What's up, buds? We're here with our 2020 Enduros. We've had them for about a month now, so we're ready to review them.
So we've had these for about a month now, like he said. Probably put at least 100 miles on them between some downhill days at Windrock and Mohican, with also a bunch of trail riding at our local trails that we know very well. So we have some good opinions for you, maybe some bad opinions too.
Stuff we don't like.
Yeah, stuff we don't like, so we're gonna tell you about it.
Rush, I feel the moment as it slips. Or with the sound of the beat that's in your soul. Just let the music take control.
What's up, guys? I'm Chase. This is my 2020 Specialized Enduro. Before this bike, so last year I rode a 2019 YT Capra 29er, and compared to that bike, this one is better pretty much all around. It pedals great, it descends great, doesn't feel like a huge bike until you point it downhill. So we're gonna go over what I like about it. Number one, I like how it looks. I love that the shock is down low. I love just the paint, the gloss. I like everything about it. And it also pedals well. That's one thing a lot of guys ask me is, oh, you got a 170 mil bike, isn't that heavy and pedal like crap? Actually, no, it's actually much better than my Capra.
So I'm gonna add to that. When we're riding on the trail, we'll watch each other from behind and watch how the linkage is working while we're climbing, and there's barely any pedal bob at all. Like, it's kind of crazy for a 170 mil bike, but I just had to point that out.
Second thing I like is, coming from a YT Capra, if any of you have owned a YT Capra, doesn't have a water bottle cage. So water bottle cage, and the big plus about this water bottle cage is that it comes off, and then you got your SWAT box. So for those of you that aren't familiar with Specialized's SWAT box, you get a tool roll, and this whole inside of your down tube is completely hollow, so you can put stuff in there. You can fit food, tools, tubes. It's really something that I've grown to really like over the past month. And with that SWAT system comes your multi-tool in the head cap, top cap, your multi-tool in the top cap. So those are some of the things that I really like about this bike. And now the only two things I don't like about it, kind of nitpicky, kind of not, is one, the hub. It's like,
Give her a whirl.
it's 18 points of engagement.
You guys hear that? Probably not, because it's like bad.
So you get a lot of slop. Like, that's a lot of slop in between paws, and I don't think you can upgrade the internals.
No. Yeah, these hubs, they're not upgradable. It's just a standard 3-paw hub with pretty much no points of engagement. So on a bike like this, I don't know why they put such a not good hub on it.
And then the only other thing I don't like is when you get down here and all this linkage, all this is super hard to clean. You can see it's still dirty. You need like a really long brush to get in there. And when you cycle through your suspension, this part of the frame comes up and this one stays. So if you get stuff in there, when it smashes it down. I've already got a chip in my paint under here from a rock getting stuck in between them. So those are the things I don't like. They're not really a big deal because it's gonna happen, but it'd be better if it didn't.
Alright guys, it's my turn. I'm Blake, and this is my 2020 Women's Enduro, as you can see by the color. Just kidding, everyone likes to make fun of me for that, but I'm rocking the pink bike and I'm loving it. That's one of my complaints about this bike actually, is the paint. So as you can see on the top tube, I don't know if you can see that, there was some chipping that was happening on there, and there's also some on the chainstays too. So I had to buy some all mountain style stickers to prevent that. The satin paint on this chips and scratches really easy, so if you get this color, definitely want to protect it. But like Chase said, the bike just performs really well. I don't really know what else to say other than him. The SWAT system is super cool. The hub, not the greatest. One thing we had to do, we don't want our bikes looking stock all the time, so I found Richard Scott Designs. I'll link him in the bio. We got some really cool custom decals for our fork and shock down here. They just really give your bike an extra good look to them, make it unique to your bike, to yourself. So that's one thing that we did, and I'll link that below so that you guys can get them too if you want. Before this bike, in the past year actually, I've had a 2018 YT Capra AL Comp 27.5, and then I went to a Trek Slash 9.8, or no, 9.7 29er. So this bike easily outperforms all of them. The Capra felt really good going downhill, but kind of felt like a slug going uphill. The Slash was a nice move because I got to go to 29er, which I really liked, and it pedaled way better than the Capra, but the fork was not as good on it, and then the reactive shock was just terrible. We're not even going to get into that. I have a video on that. It was terrible. So moving to this bike was just better in every way. Pedals just as well as the Slash, if not better, but descends like a mini downhill bike. I mean, I don't really know what else to say about it. Ooh, another bad thing about it, which you didn't say, is the dropper lever. We both, show them. We've got the wolf tooth. We have a wolf tooth dropper on it now. So we had to put a wolf tooth dropper on it. I don't really know why their dropper design was like that. It didn't have a screw to tension onto the cable, so you pretty much had to know the exact length of the cable to keep it like tight the whole time, and it came apart really easy, so we both had to put a different remote on it.
That's because we put our bikes together. Usually coming from Specialized, the dealer will put your bike together, but we got ours since we're sponsored, so we put ours together. Your Specialized dealer will most likely have the exact measurement and all that, because Sean did have Roger and Caleb's perfect.
That is true.
We were just stupid. We didn't know how to do it.
Yes. That is true. Another thing that you'll notice when riding this, or if you watch any of our other videos of us riding, is down here. All of this does an insanely good job of keeping the chain quiet, and especially paired with this shitty hub that makes no noise, which I don't mind. I like a hub that's quiet, or I like one that's loud. But if you watch any of our videos, you cannot hear the chain at all. All you hear is tires on the dirt, which is a really cool sound. But other than that, I mean, it rides like a dream. It's just really hard to clean, and that's about it. I mean, they're awesome bikes.
So guys, as you can tell, we really like our 2020 Enduros, and we're super stoked on them, and we're gonna be riding them a lot this year.
Yeah, we got a lot of races planned. We're racing the West Virginia Enduro Series along with hopefully Nationals, and in a few weeks, or a couple weeks actually, we're racing the EWS North American Series race at Windrock, which should be awesome on these bikes. They should be fast. But that was just our quick review of the main points, what we do and don't like about the bike. Yep. So if you want to see anything else, we'll be riding them.
So make sure to like and subscribe, share it, drop us a comment if you have any questions about them, and stay tuned to the next videos. We'll have some cool riding videos coming. Peace.